Well, good morning. It's Crazy Cheap Chick, and I have a little bit of news today. Now, all through COVID, I was one of those crazy people, probably like you make fun of. I was the one that got their groceries curbside and brought them home and washed them before I put them away, wiped everything down. If I got a package from FedEx, I left it in the garage for 3 days, and then I would carefully open it up like it was a bomb and take out what was inside and wipe it down before I brought it in the house. And I wore a mask everywhere. And even my daughter, who's an RN, she's like, "Mom, you bring it down a notch, you're okay." But I couldn't. I was anxious. And so I was kind of over the top on my precautions probably. But as a result, I never got COVID. So how can you argue with success, I guess? I had lots of friends who got COVID, a couple who even lost their lives, which was very, very sad to me. I've had friends who've had it 2 or 3 times. And so far, I have not gotten COVID. But then a couple of days ago, my husband tested positive for COVID. And he's got the full range of miserable symptoms, the sore throat, coughing, body aches, high temperature. Poor guy. I feel really bad for him. But it got me to thinking that when people are sick, what is our first inclination? Hey, you want a ho-ho? You want a Little Debbie? You want me to get you a candy bar? You want some soda pop? You want some chips? Ice cream? Usually when someone's sick, we want to give them lots of treats. And maybe what we should do is flood them with nutrition instead. When your body's fighting, it needs help. It needs nutrition. It needs the most nutrient-dense foods that you can give it to help it get over whatever illness it's going through. And so while we might have the best of intentions when we give sick people treats, maybe we should be making them chicken noodle soup instead of cookies and pies. Anyway, that's my thought. Hopefully I can avoid it. He's isolating in our bedroom and I'm sleeping in the guest bedroom, and we wear masks when we're in the same room, but I don't know, it seems like it'll be awful hard to avoid it when you live in the same house, but maybe we will, hopefully. If you don't see any videos for 2 or 3 days in a row, then you'll know I'm sick in bed. But last night, in order to help him get well, I decided to make as nutrient-dense dinner as I could. And so I made navy bean and cabbage noodle soup. It's really, really good. And it's warming, it's hearty, but it's a soup. And I also made a salad to go with it and made my own salad dressing. So hopefully by feeding him these really nutritious meals and having him stocked up in case I get it, will help us to get well faster. Sometimes you can't avoid a disease, but you can help your body get over it quicker. And anyway, that's my thought for today. So let's get busy making that soup. I already made it last night, but I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you how I did it. And maybe you'll get a great idea on how you can make some really delicious soup for someone you love if they don't feel well. Let's get dinner started. Now, I've already cut up onion, celery, and carrots. And I want to saute these, and I'm just going to saute them in olive oil on pretty high heat, really, till they get kind of translucent. In fact, I'm going to turn it all the way up. And then I always add in garlic to most of my dishes because of the health benefits. If you don't like garlic, you can leave it out. But why would you? It's delicious. That's probably a couple of tablespoons. I'm getting kind of low on garlic. And so we are just going to heat this up and saute it all together. That's going to be step 1. A really easy meal. Okay, that's starting to cook down. It's pretty steamy. And next, I'm going to add some, what do you call this stuff? Cabbage. And I've cut it really thin because I want it to be like noodles. And so now we're going to add that in. I'm going to start sauteing it. And some kale that I've already cut up. I have some beautiful kale. I love it when it's still dark green like that. Just think about all the antioxidants you're getting. I mean, if you're not feeling well, you need to flood your body with good, healthy food. And that's what we're doing. Anyway, we're going to cook this down a little bit. Probably going to have to add a little bit more olive oil to keep it from sticking. And that is what I'm doing. I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil. Getting our veggies in tonight. Now that the cabbage and other vegetables are all cooked down, I'm going to add some chicken broth. I have poured it in here because I just couldn't tell how much was in there. And I think it's going to take a little bit more than that. So I'm going to go ahead and add another can of chicken broth. And I'm also going to add a can of Great Northern beans. These came from Aldi's. Okay, I want to add just a few of these fire roasted diced tomatoes. I don't want maybe like half a can. I want it to overpower it. And the other thing that I'm going to add is butter. Now you don't want to get an over-reliance on fat as you're flavoring. And I think I'll add just a little bit of ginger. Not a ton. That was probably a little bit more than I wanted. That'll be okay. That'll be fantastic. And now we just got to add some spices. Let's think about that. Since my husband isn't feeling his best, I'm going to put a little bit of this Chicago steak. It's just kind of a generic seasonal. Don't need a ton. And because I'm adding that, I don't need to add salt and pepper because this is probably mostly salt and pepper. And I'm going to go ahead and add some turmeric. And you know, when you use turmeric, if you add pepper, that helps your body absorb the turmeric. And I'm going to use some black seed. Now, black seed, out here in the country, there's no store anywhere around here that sells this. I have to get it off Amazon. It looks like pepper, but it does not taste like pepper. It tastes, to me, it's kind of a smoky flavor. Hard to describe, but I really like it. And they say black seed helps your body clear viruses. And turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, so I'm hoping that this soup will help him feel a little bit better. Of course, ginger is also an anti-inflammatory, so between the ginger and the turmeric and the black seed, I'm hoping we can help him get feeling his very best. Well, I tasted that, and it is fantastic, fabulous, fantastic. I can't tell you how good it is. I'm going to send it over the top by adding just a little bit of honey. I need to get down to my neighbor's house and buy some more honey. I usually get my honey from him, but I'm out. So that little bit of honey is going to be really good. Now I just got to make the salad dressing for these little salads. My salads, I always like to add a few nuts and flaxseed, and I've got some dried cherry in there, and probably 5 or 6 different vegetables. Just a second, baby. My dog wants to go outside. And there you have it. That is one of the best soups, especially for when you're sick. And it's got garlic, it's got turmeric, it's got the black seed, a little bit of ginger, spices, salt, pepper. I mean, it tastes delightful, lovely. It's a lovely soup. And of course, I prepared a little salad to go with it, so we're really flooding our body with nutrition when we need it most. And I didn't use all those diced tomatoes. If they sell these on Amazon, these are fabulous. I can put that in the refrigerator and use it in a couple of days on another dish. Well, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. If you got anything at all out of my video, please give me a like and consider subscribing. We do all kinds of fun things out here at the farm, and I'm going to show you how to make a lot of country dishes. And I hope that you can stay safe and healthy and avoid the COVID, and I'll be talking to you soon.